Good evening, everyone. This is Robert, RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Marvel Champions. Tonight, we are doing the first scenario in the Marvel Champions The Rise of Red Skull campaign, which is the first expansion box set for Marvel Champions. This is where they really started putting in some newer villains, because pretty much before the Rise of Red Skull came out, the only villains you really could play against, of course, was Green Goblin, the Wrecking Crew, Rhino, um, Rhino, Claw, and Ultron. The Rise of Red Skull is the first of the Marvel Champions expansions, and this is really the beginning of Wave 2 of the Marvel Champions series that Fantasy Flight does. And this box set, in my opinion, as good as the core set was, this box set with the new cards, the new villains, is the one that really got Marvel Champions really going. So tonight, Spider-Man goes for his sixth win using the starter deck from the core box. We're taking on Crossbones today, Crossbones Standard. And I'll go ahead and read the beginning of the comic for anybody that would like to see how the comic went. So, we begin at Avengers Tower. Avengers, come in. This is Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. Director Fury, what's wrong? Project Pegasus is under attack. An army of Hydra soldiers has laid siege to the facility. Crossbones is leading the assault. We need you there now. Tell your men to hold the line, Fury. The Avengers are on their way. Boy, that sounds so corny, doesn't it? This is scenario number 1, Crossbones. We're not going to play the campaign as it is written. We're really just going to do the scenarios. We're just going to do the scenarios in the campaign, but I'll read through it anyway like that. So this is scenario number 1. Crossbones is attacking the Project Pegasus facility in the Adirondack Mountains with a small army of Hydra troops. The S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers stationed there fight desperately to protect the facility, but they are being overwhelmed by Hydra's blitzkrieg assault. They need your help to stop Crossbones from capturing the experimental weapons being developed in the Pegasus labs. What this scenario uses is the Crossbones set. The experimental weapons set uses Hydra Assault instead of Hydra Patrol, and the actual thing here says Hydra Patrol, which there is a Hydra Patrol set, but if you play the campaign, you're supposed to use Hydra Assault, and I will. The Weapon Master set, Legions of Hydra set, and the Standard set. So that is what we're going to do. As ID Jester joins us here for Marvel Champions, joins us here inside the movie theater. So we're going to do scenario number 1, Crossbones, and we'll see what happens. I've already played this in practice, and Spider-Man pretty much whooped Crossbones' butt. But that was that game. Let's see how this game goes. So anything is possible here in Marvel Champions. So Crossbones, take a look at his first one here. While Crossbones has a weapon, it has a scheme of 1, attack of 1, while Crossbones is a weapon attachment. His attacks gain piercings, which means tough status cards are discarded before any damage is done. He starts with 12 hit points, which we have here. As you can see, I purchased the Uber Stacks which is a favorite of Dale the Casual Gamer, and so far I like it, but I'm having some issues connecting these to this. It just does not fit in these holes. I don't know what is up. Maybe I got some bad ones. I don't know. Maybe if Dale the Casual Gamer watches this, maybe he'll give me some pointers. It sounds simple, but it's just not working for me. So we do attack amount of theme create. We use Crossbones 1 and 2, the experimental weapons and standard encounter sets. 3 modular encounter sets, Hydra Patrol, Weapon Master, and Legions of Hydra. We're going to use Hydra Assault instead since we are playing the campaign. We create the experimental weapons deck and set it next to the main scheme deck, which it is here. And we flip over. Crossbones is leading an army of Hydra soldiers in a direct assault on the Project Pegasus facility in the Adirondack Mountains. Reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. Only has a threshold of 3, so that's not a lot. We got to try to keep it down. if possible. First is the exosuit. Attached to the villain, spend energy, mental, and physical resources to discard this card. So this exosuit gives Crossbones a +1 scheme and a +1 attack, which could make things very difficult for us. So let's reshuffle here. I've already shuffled the cards, but we'll go ahead and reshuffle in front of you so you know that we are playing it right. And let's see here. This is really the best way to shuffle the deck. Separate it into 3 stacks, just like this. And my rules, of course, are simple for how I'm doing this. We are only using starter decks for these heroes. If Spider-Man gets defeated gets defeated twice when Crossbones is still in stage 1, that will end the session and he will be out. If Spider-Man moves on to stage 2 of Crossbones and he is defeated once in that session, he is out. Captain Marvel is waiting in the wings for her to go ahead and try to play. And she has been pretty bored. She's been on her cell phone the whole time, waiting for something to happen. All right, so you guys don't need to see my legs. All right, so Peter Parker. Let's see what we get here. We draw 6 cards. And see, Black Cat, great responsibility, helicarrier, power of justice, great responsibility, and web shooter. I want the web shooter. I want Black Cat. I will take the power of justice, great responsibility, and I wouldn't mind the helicarrier. And we'll take 2 more, getting energy and the surveillance team. So we will start with that. All right. All right. Crossbones, stage 1. Parker will start with his turn. Pennant Parker, and we'll start, of course, with the one over here. So I'll move it there, and then we can always move it over there. All right. So Peter Parker goes first, generates a resource, and he will go ahead and with that resource, let's see what I want to do here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to play first of all, I'm going to play the power of justice to put down surveillance team. Because we want to keep the threat low as possible here. So we bring out surveillance team with the power of justice. He still has a resource. I'm going to go ahead and use energy to bring out hold on a minute. He's going to generate the resource to bring out the web shooter. So we already start with a good engine here. And the web shooter will exhaust for 1. And we're going to go ahead and what do I want to do that? You know what? No, I'm going to save the web shooter. I'm going to use energy to play Black Cat, get the ally out quickly, which you should do. We'll keep helicarrier. And she draws 2 cards. After you play Black Cat, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card with a printed mental resource discarded this way into your hand. Surveillance team and interrogation room. I don't get surveillance team, but I get another. I don't get the interrogation room, but I do get the surveillance team. And Black Cat is going to attack for 1. So it brings Crossbones down to 11. Peter Parker flips. He will attack for 2. And bring Crossbones down to 9. And I think I'm going to go ahead and dump the surveillance team. I don't need 2 of them. Well, I could use 2. So I want to keep it. You know what? Since I got that, we're going to generate the web shooter and put out 2 surveillance teams. So now I have 2 surveillance teams here that can keep that threat out of the way. I think that's a good idea. As much as I like to have the helicarrier, but we want to empty our hand. Michael Peterson joins us here. Welcome, sir. Not a big Marvel fan. Well, I'm just glad you're here there, Michael. Hope everything is all well with you. My COVID is gone. I was at work today, so. And we get 5 cards. And Spider Sense, Nick Fury, Hurricane Rishin, Swinging Web Kick, and For Justice. Not too bad. All right. It's good to see you, Mike. By the way, for those of you wondering, we are 2 weeks away from the start of the 1979 Inside Pitch season. And I can tell you, by the way, next Sunday, I will do a demonstration game. So for anyone who do watch this, and I'll post it, of course, on the Facebook page in the Universal Baseball thing, I will do another demonstration game, just like I did the for 1981. I will do one for 1979. So it will be a demo game, which of course means it's played slowly and everything is spelled out. So you shall find out and see. Okay, so it is Crossbones' turn. So he will get a chance. We get a threat on Mount Athena. Crossbones attacks for 1. +1 is 2. Spider-Man's I'm going to just go ahead and take it. I'm just going to go ahead and take it. So Spider-Man attacks for 1. +1 from the Exocid is 2. And he'll hit us for 1 more, which is 3. So he will go down to 7. And we get an encounter card, and it is Hydrojet Trooper and Quick Strike. Oh, okay. And he hits us for 2. So we'll take it down. I'll go ahead and take it down to 5. All right. So we get a Hydrojet Trooper from the Hydra Assault one here. And it's a Quick Strike, so it's automatic 2 points there. All right. So it is our turn. Let's see what we want to do here. Do I need to play the long game here, or can I just knock Crossbones into stage 2? Well, Spider-Man's going to attack for 2. Black Cat's going to attack for 1. Get rid of the Hydrojet Trooper. Let's see. One surveillance team will exhaust, taking a threat off the scheme. So I should be able to remove threat pretty well here. Do I want to bring out the swinging web kick, or do I want to bring out Nick Fury? You know what? I think I want to bring out Nick Fury. We're going to use a web shooter to generate 1 resource. We're going to play Heroic Intuition for Justice and the swinging web kick to bring out Nick Fury. I don't want to use a swinging web kick just yet. I'll keep the enhanced spider sense. That's always good to have. Nick Fury is going to do 4 damage to an enemy. That's what he's going to do. I don't have to worry about threat at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4 brings him down to 5. He'll swing for 2 and take him down to 3. Take him down to 3. Yeah. Zuber style. I know you guys can't really see everything, unfortunately. You know, I got a better idea. Let's move Crossbones over to here. A little bit over here. Geez, I wish I had a better setup, but I'll keep that there. I got room. I got some room. All right, so you guys can see how much damage he's got left. And he gets Nick Fury gets hit, and that's going to end the turn. Actually, it's going to end the turn. Spider-Man. I got Nick Fury. He can defend. And we get 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. As a matter of fact, I got attacked and I never took a card. So I did not get a card. Is this a popular game? Right now it is. Right now, it's at least for people that play these kind of games, Mike, this is very popular, okay, from Fantasy Flight Games. It's called Marvel Champions. Backflip for Justice, Avengers Mansion, and Heroic Intuition. Okay. I didn't draw a card the last time. That was my fault, but that's all right. There are lots of villains in this game. There's about like 25. I think there's now 28, I think 29 heroes right now, and there's 25 villains, and more are on the way. So, Michael Peterson, if you really want to know something about this, check out Fantasy Flight Games. All right. And go to fantasyflightgames.com and click on Marvel, and you'll see what's available. Trust me, I just received a new set today called Valkyrie, and I haven't played her yet, but I will soon. I'll test her out. But if you really are interested, take a look at it, Mike. I know it's not I know some of the stuff that I play is not everybody's cup of tea when I'm in my baseball off seasons, but I like doing this. This game actually is a lot of fun, and it's never the same game twice. All right, so Crossbones let's see. So Crossbones, bring this over. So this is from the Rise of Red Skull expansion set. All right, so Crossbones attacks with the exosuit. Nick Fury will defend. So he does 1, 2. With a star. If you are in hero form, the villain attacks you after this activation. Do not deal any boost cards for that attack. All right, so he does 1, 2, which actually will get Nick Fury out of here. And now he will attack again. +1, +2, +1, and 1 is 2. And I'm going to take it. Spider-Man's going to drop the 3. Of course, the threat does go on the scheme. Okay. Check out my other chat. Check out the other. I have already done some. I've already done some other stuff in my channel. So check them out, Michael. You'll see how from the beginning. All right. So Spider-Man's already down to 3. Got to be a little careful here. We now get an encounter card, and it is Crossbones Armor. Attached to Crossbones. When Crossbones would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. If there is 5 or more damage here, discard Crossbones Armor. Oh, okay. And that makes it a little bit worse. And that's kind of like Rhino's armor is what that is. The only difference is Crossbone gives them extra attack. So now we got some issues. All right. Okay. And again, I didn't draw a card from the attack. I actually get 2 cards because he attacked me twice. So I get Mockingbird and I get Genius. At least I did that before. All right. Finally got it right. Okay, because when the villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. All right, so let's see what we're going to do here. Well, I don't have enough damage to get rid of the armor. I have to do 5 or more damage, so I can't get rid of it, which really kind of stinks. Surveillance team will exhaust, getting rid of the threat. Spider-Man and Black Cat will attack for 2 and 1 plus will equal 3, which will do 3 damage to the armor. We're going to exhaust the web shooter. Get rid of that. And then we're going to play Genius to bring out Mockingbird, which will stun Crossbones. So Crossbones is stunned. She will attack for 1, put another damage on his armor. So I don't have to worry about being attacked. He can scheme, so I don't want to flip. I really don't want to flip over, but I do have ability here. We're gonna play. What do I want to do here? Do I want to bring out the Avengers Mansion? I could, but I lose backflip and enhanced spider sense. I think that's all my turn. I think it's going to do it. I'm going to keep Spider-Man at 2. I'm going to dump for Justice. I'm going to dump Avengers Mansion and dump Heroic Intuition and draw 3 cards. Getting Web Shooter, Daredevil, and Spider Tracer. All right. Goes to his turn. Gets a threat. Crossbones attacks. He can't. He is stunned. Goes straight to the encounter card, and it is a Hydra Soldier guard. While this minion is engaged with you, cannot attack the villain. I'm already having the first time I played this, I whipped through Crossbones in 3 turns. It is already a much different game now. All right, so I got Hydra Soldier, so I got to take him out. Wonderful, and I can't even get that handled. Okay, so. All right, so we go back to our turn. Well, Spider-Man, Black Cat, Mockingbird will all attack. Get rid of the Hydra Soldier. Surveillance team. Do I want to exhaust it now or wait? I'll exhaust it. Get rid of the threat. Mockingbird gets a damage. I really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to get rid of Spider Tracer, Enhanced Spider Sense, Backflip, and Web Shooter to bring out Daredevil. Daredevil is going to attack for 2, which will get rid of the armor. Gets rid of the armor. I got plenty of defense just in case. Clear this out so I have more room. That's pretty much all my turn there. So that's going to end the turn. And we draw 5. Strength, Swinging Web Kick, Aunt May, Webbed Up, and Jessica Jones. That is what we were waiting for. Was Aunt May. Well, I got plenty of defense to help me, so let's see what happens. All right. Crossbones. Gets threat. He attacks. I get a card. Getting webbed up. Mockingbird will take it. Will stay in the. Will defend. 1, 2 plus. 1 is 3. Mockingbird is gone. Mockingbird is gone. We get an encounter card, and it is another Hydra soldier. Jeez. Man, with these guards, I can't get to him, but all right, fine. All right. So I got another Hydra soldier in front of me in the Legions of Hydra set. All right. Those team exhausts. Getting rid of the threat. Spider-Man and Daredevil will attack, getting rid of the Hydra soldier. Black Cat will attack for 1, bringing Crossbones down to 2. Playing a swinging web kick here. A swinging web kick here is meaningless. Going to play 1 webbed up. 1 webbed up. Well, first thing first, we put out the webbed up to get Aunt May. So we get webbed up there. So I have Aunt May right now. We're not going to flip over yet, though. I still have defense. We're going to play the other webbed up and the strength to put out Jessica Jones. And she is going to attack for 2, which will kick Crossbones' butt into the next stage. So we got allies. I got defense. I'm going to keep the swinging web kick for later. So that knocks Crossbones down to 0. So that takes care of him for stage 1. Moving on to stage 2, Crossbones. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Crossbones' machine gun and attach to Crossbones. Shuffle the encounter deck. So we got to find his machine gun. Oh, Shadow of the Past was all the way at the bottom. That stinks. It means I got to reshuffle the darn thing. All right. Crossbones machine gun attached to Crossbones uses 2 ammo counters. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded card. All right. And we ready, and he has 14 hit points. Okay. We'll keep the swinging web kick. If I don't get me, I actually have enough here. I have enough to finish him off if I don't get a guard or anything like that. I actually have enough to finish him off, but we'll see what happens. The question is, do I want to flip? I'm already in stage 2, which means now if I lose a Spider-Man, Spider-Man is gone for the heroes, and then Captain Marvel will take a crack at him. But right now, I'm in control of this game. It's going to be very, very quick. All right, so what do I want to do here? I do want to flip. Now, I don't want him to scheme, so I'm going to stay with 3 hit points. 3 hit points, and we're just going to go ahead and draw 4. First aid, tenacity, spider tracing, and interrogation room. All right. Okay, so he gets a threat. And remember, this is the starter deck. This is a starter deck that comes with the core set. All right, so he gets a threat. Spider-Man will attack. Daredevil is going to defend. So he attacks for 2, 3, plus 0. But then he's got 2 ammo counters. That's right. There's 2 ammo counters on him. So when Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage. So the first thing we do is his regular attack. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. That's an ouch. And that will take care of Daredevil. He is gone. Take indirect damage. So this is a little dangerous. Spider-Man's going to... Spider-Man... This is indirect damage. So removing a card here. So when a Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons. And there are 2. And that's good. The eviction notice is out of there. So we take 2 indirect damage. So Spider-Man will take 1, bringing him down to 2. And Black Cat's going to take 1. And of course, I draw an encounter card and I get enhanced spider sense. I don't get an encounter card. I get a card because he attacked me. All right. Now that was Crossbones' machine gun. Now we get the encounter card. And that is another Hydra soldier, another guard. Wow. Another Hydra soldier. Jeez. Another Hydra soldier shows up. And he's got a guard. So I can't attack the villain until I knock him out. Okay. Surveillance team will discard the threat. I didn't have to defend. There was no defense. I just took it. We didn't defend. So he attacks for 2. Jessica Jones attacks for 2, taking out the Hydra soldier. Black Cat attacks for 1, doing 1 point of damage to Crossbones. We are going to... I'm going to play Tenacity to play first aid, heal 2 damage from any character. And we're going to heal Jessica. So she's actually back up to strength. She's actually full health. And then we're going to play... I'm going to go ahead and do it. Enhanced Spider Sense, Spider Tracer, Interrogation Room, because now that I know that at least something's out of there, so play that. Enhanced Spider Sense, Interrogation Room. We'll play those. And I will play the 1 swing web kick now, which is 8 points of damage, which will bring him down to 5. I will flip now. Aunt May will heal us for 4, bring us up to 6. He can scheme now. It doesn't matter. I got him down to 5 hit points, so now I can allow the scheme to advance. What does his machine gun say? When Crossbones attached to Crossbones uses 2 ammo counters per player. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded card. There were 2 on that last one, so we took 1, and I gave 1 to Black Cat. Dale the Casual Gamer joins us. It is an honor to always have Dale the Casual Gamer. Dale, I'll tell you the truth. I went ahead and I got Uber stacks, but I'm having massive issues getting these pieces. I'm having massive issues getting this into that. It just doesn't stay. I got some major issues trying to get that to stay in here. It will not stay. These things here are causing an issue. I just cannot get them to stay. I've already contacted Uberstacks. Maybe I got some bad ones. These are fine. These I'm having an issue with. I cannot get these things to stay in there. They just don't. So, but hopefully they'll fix. Maybe they'll tell me what I'm doing wrong. All right. So we will go ahead and end our turn. So pretty much we have enough to finish him off if we don't get a guard or something like that. All right, so draw 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get an encounter card. No, you do draw a card for the machine gun attack. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. It comes from the encounter deck. That's how his machine gun works. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll shuffle here. No, it doesn't. It's another card. It's a separate attack, is what it is. It's a forced interrupt. It's a forced interrupt. It's not considered part of his main attack. Because he did attack me. And I just messed up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get 6. So Power Justice, Haymaker, Backflip, Emergency, Swinging Web Kick, and Surveillance Team. So he's toast. He's toast unless I get something that blocks him. All right. Okay, so Crossbones will attack. Gives a threat. And Crossbones schemes. So he schemes for 2, 3. A boost. Give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot, heal 3 damage from it instead. Ah! All right, well, that shouldn't matter. He attacked Daredevil. No. No. When a villain initiates an attack, it's always against the hero. The machine gun attack it's indirect. It's indirect. Remember, when a villain attacks, even if it's defended, it's still considered an attack against the hero. It's always considered an attack against the hero. All right. It was indirect damage. I still have to take it's indirect damage. So. All right, so he gets a tough status card, so I can't do anything with that. All right, so that will advance the scheme. Thank you, Dale. So we advance the scheme, so we now go to 2A, which is the Infinity Stone. Inside the Project Pegasus facilities, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents fight desperately to prevent Hydra from obtaining the Reality Stone stored within. The Infinity Stone, when revealed, reveal the top card of the Experimental Weapons deck. It gets a threat on there automatically. It automatically gets a threat on there. And the experimental weapons, he now has Power Gauntlets. Attach the villain. After the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from your hand. So now he has 4 stuff on him, but it's really not going to... Now it all depends on the encounter cards. So now it matters on the encounter cards. So Crossbones Stage 2 has got an exosuit, his machine gun, and Power Gauntlets. But we should win this with no problem. So let's see what happens. So we got 2 encounter cards to deal with. First encounter card is Crossbones Assault Side Scheme. Crossbones is a heartless killer, but he's not a psychopath. His assault on Pegasus is ruthless and efficient. Crossbones activate. So Crossbones gets Crossbones Assault. Gets 2 threat on it, but that's not going to matter. That's not going to matter. Crossbones Assault. And the second encounter card is Advance. The villain schemes. All right. The villain schemes. Ouch. That can stink. He schemes. So, Crossbones schemes for 2, 3. Plus 1 is 4. That's 4. So we get a total of 5 on Infinity Stone. It's not the first time that he almost schemed out, but that's not going to save him, though. All right. Because he's dead meat anyway. So he schemes, but I don't have to worry about it. Okay, Aunt May will heal for 4 just because she can. Give him some chicken soup. Bring him up to 10. Black Cat will go ahead. Surveillance team will go ahead and lower threat. They'll just put it on here. Really don't have to do this. We'll just go through the motions. Just go through the motions. Peter Parker generates a resource. And he will go ahead and he generates a resource. Then he flips over. And so he generates a resource. He flips over. Black Cat will attack for 1, getting rid of the Tough Status card. Spider-Man will attack for 2. Jessica Jones will attack for 2, bringing Crossbones down to 1. He generated that resource. We'll use Emergency. With Haymaker, deal 3 damage to an enemy. And Crossbones is defeated. Spider-Man wins again. Knocks out Crossbones once again. This starter deck, everyone says starter decks stink. I haven't lost with this one yet, and we're going to be going into the second scenario for the Rise of Red Skull. So, we'll go ahead and read the next comic. As the dust settles at Project Pegasus, whack! Give up, Crossbones. Game over. You fools. I never wanted the tech. I just needed to give Madam Hydra time to make off with the stone. And now I'm here to cover her escape. So next up will be scenario number 2, the Absorbing Man. Will be the next battle up for Spider-Man in the starter deck. So right now, we'll just keep on doing it. Thank you very much, Dale, the casual gamer. I did get my Valkyrie, by the way. I'm gonna look at your Valkyrie playthrough and see how you did with her. So Valkyrie showed up today, and I will give her a run probably against Rhino to see how she does first. To see how I can, Rhino is always a good test. They always, what was it? I was watching another channel. And, they say, Rhino, a lot of people think Rhino is always the starter villain. Rhino is not as easy as some people think he is. If Rhino gets some cards, he is very hard to bring down, even in standard level. So, even in standard level, Rhino can be tough. Rhino's a good way to start, but he can be tough. They didn't make him a pushover villain. Rhino can be very tough. So, and he's going to be I think he's in the Sinister Motives set as a minion somewhere or something like that. So, or as not as a villain or something. I think he's in there somewhere, maybe, with the Sinister Motive set, which is now the next thing we're waiting on. Nova is going to be very wild. So, but that is it. Spider-Man knocks out Crossbones, but the Rise of Red Skull. Our story will continue with scenario number 2. And no, I'm not doing it as written in the book. I'm just playing the scenarios. So, of course, you're supposed to get some, you're supposed to, if you get a win, You're supposed to get tech upgrades or something like that. We're not doing that. We're just playing the scenario. He beat turn one. When don't let Tony Stark stay in alter ego and let Rhino double scheme. Yep, exactly. That happened to me, but not as Tony Stark. I think that happened to me. I think I was playing Black Panther and he double schemed out. So, Black Panther, I think. So I'm pretty sure that was it there. So our next scenario from the Rise of Red Skull will be Absorbing Man, as Spider-Man knocks out Crossbones, and we shall see what happens. This was a much different battle. The first time I did a test with Spider-Man, and I knocked Crossbones out in like 3 turns. He never got off never got off the starter scheme. But but in this one it was much different because you can play the same scenario over and over and over again, and it never plays the same way twice. And I know Dale will definitely attune to that. It never plays the same way twice. It's always different with the cards, with the combinations that are available. I mean, you can maybe finish off an enemy the same way, twice, but still an enemy is always different. Last time I didn't have all these cards for Crossbones. And so he can be tricky. So that is it here. Dale, the Casual Damer, ID Jester, and Michael Peterson. Thank you for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the movie theater. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys next time. Spider-Man, another win with the starter deck. Beats Crossbones. Absorbing Man is next in the Rise of Red Skull. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, everyone.